Alright guys, more here once again. Um, Terrific trading day for Friday. I mean, yesterday was a holiday in the United States. Um, Good for you guys who live in the U.S. I have family who live in the U.S. So yep, a good day for every one of you guys. Today's the Black Friday shopping day. But for us, it was Pip shopping day as well. So, uh, pretty awesome things going on. Actually, I just took one position today during the New York morning session. Um, but regardless, took some good trades. The pound dollar trade, um, the USD CAD trade, and pretty good week um, too. But busy Friday. Um, just one side note before we go ahead. Those of you who have positions open in gold or Swiss franc, major or crosses, beware that there's a poll going on. There's a referendum regarding gold reserves in Switzerland. So the SNB um, created this poll, created this referendum, if they should have, or if they should increase their gold reserves, as to preserve gold reserves um, in the central bank as a means to guarantee uh, um, solidity to their currency and their whole bank system. So beware because we could see a lot of volatility going into the weekend. Um, Maybe gold will be affected in some way. I mean, we've been seeing dollar bullishness lately and a lot of bearishness in gold. Today, commodities took a hit too. Um, Oil went down really hard, as we did see the U.S. dollar rallying strongly against the Canadian dollar. So, um, if you're unaware, Canada is the second biggest oil reserve in the world, or I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. Is the second largest oil producer or extractor of oil in the world. So the USD CAD is pretty much related to oil. So that's why you have been seeing the USD rally strongly against the Canadian dollar these days, last day. So just this side note before we go into the weekend, and beware about Monday trading if you're trading at all. Right, guys. So checking on the first of all the fiber, the king of pairs. Everybody loves to watch this pair. Um, um, as you guys, if you watched my previous videos, um, I called this particular level around the 25.50. There was a huge consolidation, pretty thick consolidation going on here, and I called ahead of time this trade. Um, um, when a return to this level would issue for another short. Um, Actually, I traded this. I'm still in this trade. Um, and Today I took another short position at the 2480 level. I'm gonna show you that, but before I do that, I'll drop down to the 1 hour time frame. Um, and On my previous video, I said that I was gonna be looking for a short up here, because this clearly looked like a sell model, 1 hour sell model, after of course it hit this bigger order block, or this bigger consolidation for sell, and and it did hit, as expected. Perfectly sweet spot there. But moving on, this looked like a sell model to me. Someone called it on my thread, and I just reassured that it looked to me as it was a sell model. And on my previous video, I said I was gonna be looking for a sell somewhere around this level, if this low, or if or when this low was taken out, so that market structure was guaranteed to the downside, and we do indeed have a sell model in place, and so I expect price to go at least here, around here, if not lower, and take out the lows. I believe the lows are going to be taken out because we're inside this bigger consolidation. The price hit up here, down here, up here, down here. It failed for now to go back up, and if indeed it fails to go back up, chances are we're gonna see the euro lower, as we have reached this order block right around here. So we're pretty much inside an order block. This is the order block we're inside right now. So let me zoom in. So this is pretty much the order block we're inside. This is probably what's holding price. 123.50 was the lowest, and looks like we're forming this big consolidation, as you can see, the two blue lines, but this bigger consolidation is getting ready for something. And the way things are going right now, so much bullishness in the US dollar index, and the commodities going down so hard. It looks as if we could have new lows for the euro. Yeah, and if indeed we go lower, then this other order block down here is the next obvious target. I would say that 1.20 is a very, very important level for the euro. If it gets taken out, and it shall be taken out, at least I expect that in the near future. We're talking about a rush down to below parity, perhaps if not next year, 2016, but that's just another story. I'm just getting ahead of myself. But anyways, coming back to our business, which is not fortune telling. So I believe there was a sell model, and so two trades happened today. First one was a long trade, a counter trend trade, as the main direction of the pair is obviously bearish. But there was this long here when price reached 79% retracement level, or sweet spot, right inside this bigger order block. As you can see, the rush up again, and then it retested it here right inside sweet spot 79. So this was a pretty decent 60 pip run. Actually, I would take profit right about half here, so a 50 pip run, because of this order block, obviously. And this was the trade I actually took, the sell. I was expecting, after I saw this consolidation forming, 1.2480, a market pretty much defending the 1.25 level. So I thought it was a good idea, and again, I just took profit right in the middle of this consolidation. It was a nice trade. Yep. So pretty busy Friday. Moving on to the pound dollar. Um, um, Pretty nice setups too. Looks as if we had a sell model going on here, even though in the 4 hour, obviously, we had the sell. This price reached this bigger order block above here. Tested this big consolidation right at 62% retracement level. And we look at the 1 hour time frame. We drop down to the 1 hour time frame. You see this once again: rally, return, rally, return. Then it goes up, consolidates up here. Then it drops. Has a little consolidation here, a little consolidation here, but I wouldn't say they're very significant. Maybe I would consider this as a whole consolidation, but maybe this is even more significant. But price paused here, and right now we got stopped by this consolidation. Obviously, this could we could see a return up because these stops, as I had mentioned also before, these stops warranted to be taken out. These lows, pretty clean lows in my honest opinion. So stops were taken out here. So the market just took these stops out. I wouldn't be surprised to see a rally at least to this small consolidation up here, and maybe for another drop. Let's see if we can get in sync if this is indeed the low. Yeah, I would be looking to sell somewhere around sweet spot. Let me just throw in the big and mid figure indicator, see if something comes up. Yep. So we'll be thinking about defending the 57 round number. It seems pretty obvious that this would be a nice place to sell, considering if price returns up here. Another sell would be a good place to sell. So we'll see if this becomes a fake breakout or not. Looks like it's going to be one because it's a nice small consolidation down here. See as price accumulated, profit release, then it attempted a return, never actually returned to the to this consolidation. Right now it's being held by this small consolidation. So if price indeed rallies back up here, I'll be looking for a sell probably. Canadian dollar was the king of this week. A lot of stuff going on. Had marked a few consolidations, but the best trade by far of the week was this return to this smaller consolidation right over here, right at sweet spot. Tested it right in the middle. Let me just zoom in or drill down to the 1 hour time frame. So rallies, consolidate, retests, then explosive move up. This wasn't unwarranted because it reached this bullish order block together with this resistance at 1.1223. So it was expected, pretty much expected, but it was helped by dropping commodities in special, the big drop in oil prices. Um, so yeah, pretty nice week. Let's have a look at the QE2. Um, as I had mentioned, it looks to me as it there's a clear sell model going on at the moment. Um, right now we're inside this smaller consolidation. We return to this bigger order block or consolidation, but I still would say that perhaps price could come up to the 79, maybe 79 or close to the 79. Um, I mean 0.7900 level, somewhere around here for another drop. Again, this is a 4-hour. It looks like a 4-hour sell model and a 1-hour sell model as well. I would say that at least price will come down here. At least that's what I expect. Right now it's consolidating, getting ready for a bigger move. Probably waiting on what's going to go on the weekend with gold, especially Switzerland. Yep. So pretty amazing stuff going on. Great price action. A lot to learn from during the week. Yeah. So had a little bad week last week, but right now recovered. Pretty good trades this week. Yeah, it's in this business. You can make mistakes here and there, but your general idea has to be profitable in general. You don't need to be right, but you need to be profitable. So sometimes I see guys posting stuff on my thread, and I immediately I do not know if they're demo trading or what, but guys in this business, in this line of work, if you want to live out of this, you got to be ready for losses. You got to be ready to be wrong, to make mistakes. You're not going to be right all the time, but in general, I believe I have had pretty decent views, pretty decent results. If you're able to put on the table above 20% per month returns from March to this month, I guess I'm pretty much on the right track. So if you're able to do that, I think I think you're in the right track too. So if you're able to do 190% plus returns in 1 year, I guess you don't need to say much. So yeah, but be ready for mistakes. Be ready for losses. You're not gonna get them right all the time. There's a lot of things that go on: stress, family. Sometimes you're not in the mood. Sometimes you look at your charts and you simply don't get it. But in general, I've been able to pull it off pretty well. So I guess you know I've been more right than wrong. So I'm not saying this to brag myself, but sometimes I see a few posts that do not add anything to the thread or to to the view. People who do not expose their views and go ahead and judge people. That's not the way to go. If you have something positive or something that might delight us or might contribute, then go ahead. You're more than you're more than welcome to post. But if not, I would advise you or ask you to refrain from posting, as I rarely go to other people's threads, people's caves, because I see a lot of shit show going on in other threads. A lot of hot shots, a lot of traders that, they might be good or not, but I really don't care if they're good or not, because at the end of the day, all I care is my equity. And if they're doing good, that's fine. I just congratulate them. But in general, I see a lot of showing off in other threads. Not too much positive stuff going on. So I do not want my thread to become a shit show, as mentioned before. So if you have something positive and full of purpose, please, you're more than welcome to, you know, um, to post. But if you're only here to, you know, um, um, I mean, to say stuff. Oh, this happened. Oh, that happened. Oh, shit happens. Yeah, of course shit happens. And you know, I think I try my best to come up with these videos and my views, and try to contribute to the whole community we are in, and that's the best word. Where I'm not here to compete with other people. Um, as I remember, I think it was back in September, people were calling the lows in the euro and in the pound, and the highs in the U.S. dollar. And some of the guys might have gotten spooked by what I said, but I just said that that was my opinion. That in my opinion, there was no, first of all, there's no point in trying to call lows. Um, we're not here to, again, we're not fortune telling. And number two, if you look back on my thread back in September, and you look at the charts, there was absolutely no evidence whatsoever that indicated the U.S. dollar weakness or euro strength or other major strength for that matter, and it's been confirmed. Just look at the charts right now, and it you know if guys come here and try to push, oh, okay, this is the bottom of the euro, the bottom of the pound, just top of the US dollar, or this or that, the COT looks like this, the UTS looks like that. I mean, yeah, you got to be aware of that stuff, but we're still trading with the trend, and primarily in the direction of the principal move, the main move. And yeah, just sometimes it seems to me like guys in some of the threads are, they behave like they're like 4-year-olds. um, yeah, and I think there's no point into that. So sorry about this late message, but I think it's worth it. um, um, all I wish for you guys is it's a good weekend, good trading, and good luck. Right? Take care, guys. Bye bye.